What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and as we enter day, 4 of the Blizzard Hearthstone World of Warcraft dumpster fire, I wanted to just lead in with a little bit of a pick-me-up for everyone involved. Let's roll that footage.
This is all wrong. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
Well, I hope you like that, and I hope that you'll leave a like on the video, a comment down below, and consider sharing this on Twitter, Facebook, or Minds, and consider doing the same for anybody covering this, because it may not seem like it, but it is kind of a strong stance to take, especially for a lot of people. Pay particular attention to people who are, Hearthstone players or World of Warcraft streamers, because, I mean, they're really risking a lot. I'm not risking a lot to cover it, but some people are, and I think it's important to give them credit where credit is due. Now, a lot has happened in the last 24 hours since I first covered this yesterday. 1,000-year bans, changes to what names you're allowed to use on Blizzard, more original champions weighing in, and we've got some genuine concern around what BlizzCon is going to look like. I've seen some GoFundMe starting for t-shirts to wear to BlizzCon. I'm considering going to BlizzCon. Look, if I could get in the door in a full-body Winnie the Pooh suit, what if I crowdfunded that? I'd have to have like a custom, because I'm 6'5". I would need a giant Winnie the Pooh suit, and obviously a ticket to BlizzCon. And then, given who I am, I could probably never talk about it again because, well, I don't want to get turned away at the door and just lose all of the great memes. But this is something I would consider doing for you. Holler at your boy if you're a custom costume maker. BlizzCon seems like a disaster waiting to happen. World of Warcraft Overwatch publisher Blizzard Entertainment is in a mess after punishing Hearthstone esports competitor BlitzChung for speaking out in support of HK. Now Blizzard is facing a wave of criticism. BlizzCon is a weekend gathering for Blizzard, its games, and the people who love them and make them. It has presentations, panels, and keynotes where studios make big new announcements. Traditionally, it's a big celebration, but this is less true for last year's event. Many Blizzard fans were expecting the company to announce a new PC and console entry for Diablo role-playing game series. Instead, the publisher revealed Diablo Immortal for iOS and Android. Really, it was for China. Now, this year, I fully expect them to make a Diablo PC announcement, but I think with everything going on and the fact that, well, everything with the out-of-season April Fool's joke and Red Shirt guy, there's going to be somebody, some bold, absolute mad lad who goes up and asks a question about this, and Blizzard isn't going to like it. They either that, or they're going to have to shut down Q&A, which would be particularly fitting for everything that they're doing with the Hearthstone streamer. Then you see a new quote by Hearthstone's original champion. It's very sad to see. I wish they would support their players more. Ridiculous and unreasonable. Blizzard slammed by Hearthstone's first champion. James Kosrich, a.k.a. Firebat, won Hearthstone World Championship in 2014 when the game was just getting started as a competitive esport. He said, quote, "I agree that he's not supposed to do that. That is definitely clearly against the rules of the Grandmasters, but it's definitely ridiculous how much he was punished for it. I agree that there's probably something else going on, that they want to make an example of him or something, because it's just so unreasonable. I think they're totally in the wrong to punish him that much, absolutely ending the guy's Hearthstone career, or attempting to anyway. It's very sad to see. I wish they would support their players more. Using a player as an example doesn't make me feel good." Absolutely spot on statements. By the way, I don't know if you're going to get a notification for this later today, because we're probably going to go live between 2 and 3 Central Standard Time, so about an hour after this video goes live. I'm going to be interviewing Mark Kern, basically one of the best known team leads from Vanilla WoW. He has joined myself and many others in boycotting this game for as much as we love WoW Classic. In fact, he was one of the instrumental people in bringing WoW Classic back. He always delivers good interviews, and so we'll be live streaming at about 2 to 3 o'clock Central Time today here on this channel. I would love to have you attend. Now, more news. The Gods Unchained. If you remember, there was a new company, an Australian startup, that stepped in and said, hey, we're going to give this kid the $10,000 right after this. And I regret not covering this. I saw it and there's just so much going on that I missed it. But now they're actually, what a coincidence, their website is under cyber attack. Gods Unchained replies saying, Blizzard Entertainment just banned BlitzCon Hearthstone or HS and stripped his Hearthstone winnings because they care more about money than freedom. We will pay for all his lost winnings and a ticket to our $500,000 tournament. No player should be punished for their beliefs. Hashtag free gaming. And bold. I mean, absolute mad lads. What happened? Oh, it's just a coincidence that they were hit by cyber attacks after stance against Chinese censorship. When a gamer was stripped of his winnings for supporting the Hong Kong demonstrations, Coinbase-backed Gods Unchained offered to pay him. Trouble ensued. Last week, we all know what happened. It didn't go well. It cost him over $10K in prize money. The tournament organizers booted him from the competition. Sensing a marketing opportunity, Gods Unchained, a blockchain-based digital card game in the same vein as Hearthstone, stepped in to offer to pay him. Obviously, a great opportunity, but these are one of those things where, like, you could call it opportunistic and you'd be right, but there's really no losers here. They paid up. If they pay up the 10 grand, then they're paying for the marketing. The kid gets his money. Their game gets some press. It's a win all around. Now, Immutable, the game studio behind Gods Unchained, said it's been hit by cyber attacks since doing so. Tyler Perkins, Immutable's vice president of marketing, told Decrypt that as a result, some players have reported being unable to log into the game. We've been able to fight these off, he said, but we haven't analyzed them enough in detail to yet paint a picture on their origin. I'm going to guess that they came from a certain red state. Obviously I can't know that, but I'm pretty sure, given everything we see with how the NBA is reacting and how their government is having them, remove any mentions. We saw how butthurt they got over the South Park show, essentially correctly pointing out that their government is ridiculous. And of course, they followed line and banned South Park and all mentions of it, all tweets of it, all forum threads about it. And it goes even deeper. It seems Blizzard will no longer allow Hong Kong to be in your battle tag. That's right. Your name and public identity for Blizzard games is your battle tag. It's the way that people find you. It's the way that new users, you could add users to your friend group and things like that. It's usually a word and then a series of numbers after that. And you see the name you have chosen for battle tag is in violation of our naming guidelines. Banning Free Hong Kong or Hong Kong. I haven't seen other people try other iterations, but certainly not a good look. Again, here we go, more. Blizzard bans forum members for 1,000 years for discussing HK. The 1,000-year ban will see Blizzard forum posters unable to post until 3019. So you thought Blizzard suspending pro Hearthstone player BlitzCon after the pro gamer announced his support. How about a 1,000-year ban from the Blizzard forums? Quote, people are getting a 1,000-year ban, forum bans for discussing HK. I just wanted to say goodbye to everyone before our threads and protests are erased from the forums and our voices are silenced. And then in quotations, of course, ironically, every voice matters. Yep, Blizzard has slammed forum users with 1,000-year bans if they dare speak up about this and the censorship issues going on. Blizzard are blanketing the ban with the excuse that the 1,000-year account suspension because it's, quote, trolling, with members unable to post until October 3018. Yes, that's not a typo. Anyone who is banned now can't post on the Blizzard forum until 3019, in which they'll, and many generations after them, be long gone. At this point, it's hard to fathom how Blizzard could dig a hole any deeper. Enforcing 1,000-year bans from their forums is absolutely ridiculous and serves no real purpose unless you're on your knees to China like countless companies, and they say you know who your boss is when you can't criticize them. And in this case, your boss is China, and unlike PUBG lobby, China is not number one. How about some more hypocrisy? It's just piling on more coal onto the dumpster fire. Hearthstone team that protested Blizzard hasn't been reprimanded. Now, if you remember a lesser covered story, I think American University? Yeah, American University was playing a Hearthstone event, and then after they lost the match, they held up a sign that said, I think, Free Hong Kong, boycott Blizzard, and they couldn't do anything about it. They just literally couldn't act. And because of that, that team then forfeited because they knew Blizzard couldn't. The Blizzard boycott shortly after Blizzard removed a player. The American University college team held up a banner that said Free Hong Kong, boycott Blizz during a match. Not only were they offered another match, but there were apparently no consequences at all. One of the team players took to Reddit to highlight why they consider hypocrisy on Blizzard's part, claiming it's evidence that the company treats people differently based on their region. They're hesitant to suppress free speech when it happens in America on an English language stream, but will throw casters and players' livelihoods under the bus if they are from Hong Kong or Taiwan. It should also dispel the idea that BlizzCon was punished for bringing politics into Hearthstone because our message was clearly political and we weren't touched. BlizzCon was being punished because China was watching. Very, very solid point there. Points out, obviously, Blizzard had used this blanket rule to say, hey, if you make kind of political statements, this is not going to fly in Hearthstone or World of Warcraft, but how come you didn't ban them? While the team has been offered another match, they've decided to drop out of the tournament. Blizzard has not been in touch. Team member Casey Chambers told us via email that the team would not be participating in future tournaments until it changes its decision in regards to Hong Kong and BlizzCon's removal from the Grand Masters. The Blizzard boycott has been underway for several days now, though Blizzard remains silent on the matter. Speaking of which, Activision Blizzard is completely silent and barreling towards an awkward BlizzCon. This from hit or miss reporter Paul Tassi. It's now been 3 full days since Blizzard stripped professional Hearthstone player BlizzCon of his winnings, banned him from competitive play, and fired the casters who covered his event after he expressed a pro-Hong Kong message on stream. In that time, Activision Blizzard has issued absolutely no public statement other than its initial ruling, quietly confirming that it would not ban American Collegiate Hearthstone team who held up a similar sign. The team later said they would forfeit the next match in solidarity with BlizzCon, saying that there shouldn't be a double standard. Absolutely no one from Blizzard Activision is talking about the incident at all. I reached out to my Hearthstone contact, who was prompt to respond but offered no statement from anyone over there. Activision Blizzard has a choice to make, and it's in its silence that it's making it. Very good point, Paul. The fact that they're saying nothing at all kind of shows you a lot about what they intend to do here. And it's still my prediction that we're going to hear some sort of statement by the end of the day today. But if we don't, this is going to roll into week 2 after having Brian Kibler back out and having numerous Hearthstone pros continue to back out and personalities. More World of Warcraft casters covering it. I think Asmongold might be watching one of my videos today. I talked to him on Twitter yesterday. The pressure has got to stay on. It's got to survive the weekend. So anybody covering this, make sure you're sharing their videos, you're interacting with them by leaving likes or dislikes, and you're sharing them out on Facebook, Twitter, Minds, whatever you use. And the final finisher here is now the Overwatch symbol. Mai is now on local news in Hong Kong. Overwatch is now a symbol of the rebellion. Absolute mad lads in Hong Kong. Definitely standing with your right to voice your opinions here. I look forward to talking to Mark Kern little bit later today. I hope to see you on the live stream. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Above, you'll find some links to watch more videos, as well as a nice big button to subscribe, which I hope you'll do. If you did enjoy it, make sure before you go that you leave a like and a comment on the video, because you are the #1 reason this channel continues to grow, and I appreciate you.